Hi everyone, today I've got a 1991 H8 Mitsubishi GSR Galant. Now this is the first GSR model to have a 4-speed automatic. Quickly show you around. There's one spec up from GSR, that is VR4 with turbo and 4-wheel drive, but this one is quite well equipped for its time as well. Few of the things that I should show you. It's got this sort of wind deflector here which makes the interior very quiet inside. Alloy wheels. I don't actually mind the design, it's pretty good for an old car. 5-door hatch. As it says, the badge here, 2-liter inline 4, built over cam 16-valve multi-point injection. So got the factory initial plates. VF is very old plates. Exhaust has been changed. That's the GSR badge. And now this one is the engine on it, 4G6 makes very good power. There it is. The rear seats are very comfortable, very spacious. The front seats here. Quickly show you the engine bay and the boot as well. Quite spacious. And if you are still not happy, you can fold this rear seats down. The previous owner has put some new speakers in, and the old speakers are still connected there. Here's the engine. Red block. Makes, I think, 178 Newton-meter torque. This is the electronic suspension module. Alright, we're inside. Here's the interior. You got the power window controller for the passenger side on there. Then you've got the left-hand side air vents. You've got the center air vents here. You got the side air vents here. On this section, you got the central locking, and obviously here you got the power window controller. All of them works. Now this section here, you got the instrumentation brightness controller. Okay. Then you've got the indicators here. On this one's works quite a bit of few things. You got the cruise control set. You got the intermittent wiper settings, speeds here. Obviously you got the wiper as well. Now here you've got the window defogger on this one. You got the rear wiper on this one as well. Now this here is the interesting bit. Now, as I mentioned, this particular model, it has been disconnected, but as you can see with the press of button, you can adjust the height. Okay, and you can set up from sports mode, automatic mode, and you can also adjust the stiffness of the suspension as well. And now on the center, it's a bit different. Obviously it's got those sort of metal look-alike casings here, and you got the vents position, the temperature knobs here, and you've got obviously the fan speed controller here. You got the hazard light on the aircon buttons here. You got the fresh air in and close cycle here, and obviously you can put all the vents air on the left hand side or the right hand side as well. You got the ashtray here, cigarette lighter. This factory stereo has been changed to a Pioneer MP3. I did it myself the other day. And you got your sort of a storage box here. This is, as I mentioned earlier in the video, one of the first one to come with 4-speed automatic. It's also got overdrive as well, and also got power mode. One thing I mentioned about the transmission, power mode is actually different than many of the other automatics that I've driven from that time. Normally, if I put on sports mode or power mode, it will only hold the gear longer. But I think with this one, it's actually changed the fuel delivery as well, so you get a bit of more power. Not only that, it shifts lights as well. Then you got a bit of storage here, and you can open up from here, and more storage there. Alright, let's take it for a quick spin and see how well it drives. Alright, let's try to start her up and take it for a quick spin. At this moment, this idling a bit rough because I think the idle control valve is faulty. I haven't managed to replace it yet. As you can see, it's hunting for RPM, so it sort of clunks when I engage into gear. There you go. But once it's in, let's put it on power mode and see. So after 3000 lots of torque. Back in the day when it came out, it used to be yeah, except for Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. It's more of like a sporty mid-sized car that Mitsubishi used to make, and with the electrically controlled suspension. Obviously, it used to be, you can change the your suspension setting and make the suspension harder and lower for a much sportier ride. But not only this, got central locking, it's got the air conditioning, and it's got power windows, and sunroof was factory. There we go. I'm driving in. I find they're just a bit loud because he put this such a big exhaust in, but I'll show you once I go down the side street. This is a very quiet and comfortable car. Once actually, I'll get out of the 80 zone, go back to the side of the street, and you'll see once I actually, there you go, let's get to 50. I don't know whether you can feel, even with the exhaust, it is very quiet. I can tell you, it's very quiet and comfortable. Only problem is I don't like is the automatic transmission. Even it is a good automatic transmission, but I can only imagine how much fun it would have been if I would have driven this one with a 5-speed manual. And also, like I said, there is another version of this one, VR4 with turbo 4-wheel drive, but that one's quite expensive to get, and some of them can be already thrashed, problem with the turbos and stuff like that. So if you do find one, it is a very interesting car to check out, and I always wanted to buy one. I got this one for very cheap. I only paid like $800 for it. It's only done 174,000 kilometers. I've already put in stereo in, changed the battery, and spent some money on it. And the only thing I have to do is change that idle control valve, and it'll be a lot of fun to drive. But it is. There you go. Put it down. There it goes. And the suspension is quite good as well. It's fun to drive. I don't like the exhaust, but that's nothing to do with the car. It's just this particular car. But if you find one within reasonable price, give it a go. The seats are very comfortable. Doesn't have airbags, so that is a concern if someone's looking at the safety point of view. It doesn't have ABS. The VR4 actually have ABS, but this one doesn't. But very fun car to drive. All right, thank you for watching the video. I will catch you next time.